Hey YouTubers, welcome to Phil's Allotment Diary. Basically, what I'm thinking about doing this year is changing the way I do a lot of my videos. What I want to try and do is give you more of an overview on what I'm doing on the videos. So we're going to be looking at things that I'm going to be doing in the greenhouse, because that's not been getting used as good as it should do. I'm also going to be showing you the stuff that I'm going to be doing in the polytunnel. Obviously I'm going to put a new cover on this probably at the end of this year. Also I'm going to be planning on the best place to put a lot of these vegetables that I've had this year. What I've been doing is I've been trying out different areas to see what was going to work better. So basically this is the first year that I've tried the peas on this plot, and whilst I've had a lot of pea pods, the actual size of the peas inside haven't been that good, to be perfectly honest with you. You know, they're not very good at all, not very good size. It's still squeeze, which is good. So I'm going to pick some of those later on. Also, I'm going to be doing a lot of more videos showing the basic stuff. Don't know whether that's going to be boring or not, but as I say, I can only try and do my best with a lot of these things. Right, YouTubers, right, you've heard the saying, when you want a bus, they all come at once. Well, as you can probably see on there, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 caterpillars which have decided to make up a seat on this particular sprout bush. So they're all going to be coming up. I've got a few, as you can see, a lot of it's been eaten. I can see a lot of the caterpillars on here. So I'm going to pull them off now. I'll probably put them in a tub and take them home for the chickens. Okay, I'll be back to you in a minute. Viewers, welcome back. As you can probably see here, I've got a bit of a haul of caterpillars off the sprouts over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go over onto plot 3B, and we're going to see what we can find over there. Okay, be back with you in a minute. Give a quick check on these. As you can see, or hopefully you can see on these are also being attacked by caterpillars. I know the caterpillars because I was actually on here yesterday and pulled the load off yesterday. So what I'm going to do, basically, just a quick check over. I'm not going to be too particular. As I say, I got quite a few off yesterday, so I'm hoping that there's not many left on these ones, if any. So okay, right. There we go, I can see one. Oh, oh dear. So anyway, it looks like I may have actually got all of those caterpillars off this one yesterday. So basically it's just a quick check around, just see what's what on the plot. Okay. As you can actually see here, these beds have been, I've been stripping these beds out, basically taking all the soil out. Thing is, what you've got to remember is these sides on here are actually concrete. And anybody who's actually ever lifted one of these concrete posts out or bases out will be able to tell you that they're not the lightest of things. Now, I've been doing this on every single bed, basically been taking these top ones out and then lifting the bottom ones up so that I can get the weed suppressant underneath before I actually put the rest of the stuff on. 1 second. Great escape coming on here. So yeah, as I say, so it's not the easiest of jobs to do. After doing one bed of these a day, you're absolutely shattered. This one here, this was my daughter's. As you know from the previous video, I've actually been sieving this through. I've actually got down to this part now, and as you can see in there we have some waste from home. Basically that'll all get covered up. I've got the tops of my parsnips. I did my parsnips out yesterday and took all the tops off yesterday. Okay, there's sweet corn here. They're the heritage sweet corn. Problem I've got on here though is right next to this bed, my allotment colleague, neighbour, has actually put other sweet corn, and I believe that when you put two different varieties of sweet corn together, it affects the flavour, plus also it's going to affect the heritage status of the ones I've put in there, so I'm going to have to think about somewhere else to put the seeds next year. The thing about the peas this year is normally I get attacked by the pea moth, so I tend to open up the pods and you've got little maggot things inside it, which is not the best of things to see. I remember the first time I ever opened up a pea pod, I was really excited. The mistake I made was I actually opened it up in front of my wife, expecting to see a load of lovely peas, and inside the pods were a load of maggots from the pea moth. So you can imagine what effect that had on my wife. She decided from that point on that she wouldn't eat peas out of the garden, stroke and allotment. So basically I do a lot of these, the growing the peas now for myself. A good crop of this year is the runner beans. Again, my wife isn't really keen on runner beans. She does eat them, but myself and my oldest daughter are actually the ones who prefer the runner beans. The thing is that I had a few plants along this fence. It's throwing off a hell of a lot of the runner beans, and this is, I'm thinking possibly next year I'll do the runner beans in the same area. I think I'm going to keep this as a designated area for the runner beans, because as I say, although my wife and myself, my daughter and myself eat these quite a lot, my other daughter and my wife don't. Now I'm not too sure whether my grandkids actually like these. Something I need to check with my daughter, because obviously if the grandkids like them, then it's going to give me more of an incentive to probably grow some more. But for the time being, I think I'll just stick with what I've got here. Cherry tree. I wasn't really keen on the cherries off this year. It could be that it's just because it's the first year, or it might be that it's because the variety is a bitter variety. They were bitter, I'm not really into bitter stuff in fruits and stuff like that. So I'll probably just leave it as a trellis for the runner beans, and obviously let the birds pick the cherries off it. As I say, I'm quite impressed with the runner beans. It's amazing about runner beans. You think you've got them all, and then you step back and you notice that there's a load more hidden. It's a good thing about having this path on the outside as well, open. It allows me to get the runner beans from both sides without actually taking up any more room on the allotment itself. This is my part of the path. As long as I keep it free of obstructions where people would possibly walk, which shouldn't be this particular part, then there's not an issue. So, on here, still got a hell of a lot more flowers, so we've got quite a while before they're finished, and this is the haul of those bushes at the moment. Brilliant. So YouTubers, been a really eventful year this. A lot of ups and a lot of downs. Things are starting to take shape on the allotments now. As you've probably seen throughout the year, there's been a lot of improvements on the allotment size. As I said, next year I need to make more use of this greenhouse. if this greenhouse was in my back garden, then I'd be in it probably 24 hours a day when I'm off work, because I think it's absolutely brilliant to be able to grow things under cover and get things started. There's a lot of cabbage white butterflies around at the moment, so it looks like it's going to be a trip down to the allotments a lot more often, just to, even if it's just to get the caterpillars. But as I say, I am actually looking at using the greenhouse a hell of a lot more this year. Any ideas of plants that I can get going now to either plant out before the autumn time, the end of the year, and or to go out early next year, would be really welcomed. As I say, I've never grown anything in the greenhouse before. I don't really know what I need to be starting and when I need to be starting them. But an idea of the sort of things that I can actually start in the greenhouse in the next couple of months for the winter period, or to go out in the beginning of next year, would be great. Hopefully people have enjoyed the new look and the new approach to the videos. As I say, it won't be like this all the time. A lot of it will be just walk arounds, but when I get the odd moment or two, especially when there's nobody on the allotments as it isn't at the moment, then I'll possibly set you up on the tripod and let you see me doing a bit more of the actual gardening side of things. Okay, thanks for watching. Hope it's not been too boring. All comments, don't forget, leave them down below, and hope to see you back as soon as possible.